we know that radio still continues to play a significant role in the lives of Namibians. The recent media metric showed that 79% of Namibians still use the radio as their primary source of information. And I mean, that couldn't be just a coincidence, could it?
No, it's not a coincidence, Ricardo, because you know that even in the world, 95% of all the people in the world, they are listening to radio, and us were like 98% NBC. So it still plays a major role, and it will continue to play a major role because radio is an integral part of our lives. We cannot be without radio. And radio is also it's a cheaper medium of communication. More people have access to radio, and it reaches people in their own languages. And so it plays that important role.
And just to add there, because if you look at our population in Namibia, many of our population, they still are in the remote areas, for example, so they don't have access to the latest digital devices and so on. So radio still plays a very important role.
And now that it's now on digital as well, when you find it now on internet and people can access radio on their mobile phones, it's even more, it's not going down in significance, but it's even increasing.
It's even increasing.
Yes.
So, because many people thought that, I mean, with the onslaught of the digital media and online computing coming on, that radio sort of and TV would, you know, be moved to the side. But we continue seeing that people are still continuously using radio. So,
Ricardo, you will be very surprised that the data shows as well that in this digital era, that many of our youth, our young people, they actually use this, for example, cell phones to listen to radio, to have access. So that is very surprising. So radio is a powerful medium for this communication.
Let's look at World Radio Day. No, it means I think it's such an important thing, especially for the NBC, because radio is one of the platforms where we have really gone out of our way to bring in indigenous languages, let people hear radio in the language which they understand and the language they speak at home. How important is tomorrow for the NBC?
Oh, for the NBC. It's very important because the NBC has the largest footprint in the country, and we reach the people in their own languages. And so the NBC, the radio plays a major role because most people have access to radio, yeah? And we have to support World Radio Day, especially now that it looks at the youth. When you take Namibia, for example, more than half of the population are made up of youth. And we have to, like when you look now at the theme that we have, the theme is radio and youth. And how can we contribute to the development of youth? And when you look at the youth the world over, they are the future leaders. And therefore we have to cater for them. Yeah. So we take different themes, but this year it is the youth. And at NBC, all the radio stations, we do cater for the youth in different programming, but we could maybe increase in the kinds of programs that we are giving. From
UNESCO's perspective, talk to us about the importance of the theme, you know, radio and the youth.
No, it's very important because, you know, the theme in terms of youth and radio, we can already see that youth for UNESCO in their programs, youth and the development of youth, that is very important. If you look at the radio, for example, radio is a means of communication, information can be transmitted. So if we look at the theme youth and radio, do you know, Ricardo, that 1.8 billion young people between the ages of 10 to 24, they are still alive. And they are the leaders of tomorrow. And this is the importance of this day as well in the theme. That's why we would like to reach our youth, our young people, Umbi, so that they can have a say. Not only listen to music, but they can have a say in terms of political issues, social issues, economic issues, educational issues. That's why this theme is so important, so that our youth can just express themselves, but also be part of producing programs. That's highly important. Yes.
I also wanted to add that, you know, in other countries they have the youth programs, they have youth radio. They just have radios just for youth. They concentrate on the youth. And also they look at how you package the information to reach the youth. They also, like BBC is now the 1 minute news. It's 24 hours, 7 days a week. They just package it in like 1 minute because, you know, you have to reach the youth in a certain manner. So they don't want to listen to long stories and so on. So they package that 1 minute and then they play it with music. Because sometimes we think that the youth only want music. No, they want access to information. And when you look at the role that they play, like I was just saying, like the Arab Spring, that thing was brought on by the youth. Today the youth have problems. They are thinking, how will we afford houses in the future? They have their own issues, they have relationship issues. How can we cater for the youth? And because radio is so powerful, we can actually play that role alongside with the government to accommodate our youth.
So you're saying that radio programming right now could still be improved in our country?
Yes, it should be improved. And all over the world also, because when you look at the research today, they are saying that the youth are not really making their programs. They are not the producers of the program. They have to be included in the programming. And we as a country, we have to also look how we can include our youth, because it's not like something standing alone there. It's an integral part of Namibia. And it is also a niche group, in the sense that there's a market for it. You know, you need to inform them, and also for advertisers, it's a niche market.